What's up, everybody? Welcome to another rendition of Mir Musk, episode 12. Today, we will be interviewing the Irishman himself, Mr. Hughezy. Thank you so much for coming on, sir. It's an honor to have you on today.
Yes, talk more about how great I am.
How great you are?
Yes.
Uh, you're Irish, you're European, so that's already something interesting about you to us Americans,
I
right?
mean, we could tell you're a G based on the way you look, the way you dress, all that type of stuff. So
Totally.
Wait,
I actually killed someone today.
fuck
you?
yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's Wednesday. What am I going to say? Oh, hello. Yeah, fuck you. But it was not race related.
Well, we got into right before you jumped on. Me and Mir were talking. We're going through a heat wave in the States right now here, where it's like out of nowhere, it just got super hot everywhere. I guess it's like the hurricane, or I don't know how weather works, but
Yeah, no, see the problem with Ireland is it's literally sunny here for a week, a year, and
Yeah.
that's not a joke. Like it's shit here. If you're
It's
looking
very
to get
dreary.
yeah, but our skin cancer levels are quite low.
yeah.
Skin cancer.
Good
Funny
man.
when you think about it. And yeah, but it's always warm and humid, so that's why everybody's so bad tempered because you can't relax. You can wear your shorts out, but then it may rain. But then if you go out without no jacket on, it may rain, and that's why everybody kicks the shit out of everybody. I love it. Still thinking about that cancer stuff.
So you're based in Ireland, right?
Yeah, Belfast.
Belfast.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And you've been born and bred out there, so to speak.
I'm as Irish as it gets.
Cool.
Not like that. I've actually quite hung.
You're quite hung, mate?
Yeah. When you know.
Yeah, the Irish thing is interesting because, I mean, what's your take on McGregor these days?
Loved him, and
Loved
I
him.
think he's become like a total shell of himself. You know what he's like? It's like, do you remember I'm an old school pro wrestling fan. Where you would get Ric Flair
Yeah.
in the 80s, and you're like, fuck, that guy's living the life. But then once it comes into the 1990s and Ric Flair's in his later 30s, now he's going into his 40s and his 50s, and he's still dancing around trying to chase women and all, and it just looks fucking pathetic. Yeah, and the thing is, McGregor may have a lot of really high paying endorsements and stuff like that,
Yeah, of course.
but he's on a total losing streak, and the fact that he thinks he's coming back, he's a joke. And plus, I'm not going to name names, but I know of a certain professional fighter who likes to hire out VIP areas of nightclubs around Dublin and Ireland and Belfast,
Yeah.
and has escorts like kiss him in the trousers. And I'm not going to say who, but I just thought that was a good end topic to this Conor McGregor conversation.
Did you see O'Malley this weekend? Are you a fight fan? Did you see the big epic knockout?
No, but I did watch the lady, the two skirts fighting, you know, because of Moke, and they kicked the shit out of each other.
Yeah, a bunch of these. It was interesting. A bunch of these people think O'Malley is like an Irish dude now, and he's
Isn't-
kind of like McGregor, but he's from
Isn't
Montana.
he American?
Yeah, he is.
Isn't he like an American Midwest boy?
The dude he fought, Aljamain Sterling, he's from New York, but he claims he's Jamaican. Like he's never been to Jamaica, but he like wears the Jamaican shorts and has the Jamaican flag and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
It's
but
it's identity crisis.
Yeah, but that's America is obsessed with heritage. It's the only country in the world you never hear anybody go, well, actually, I'm Nigerian, Australian. It's like it's only in America. Everybody else is from where they're from, but America's always like, oh, actually, I'm part Swedish. It's like,
Yeah,
who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no identity here, though, right? It's like a melting pot. So, America is only a nationality by state, not by your heritage.
I That's the type of intelligent comment that goes right over my head. Last night I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secrets of the Ooze.
Oh,
You know,
shit.
so I don't know. So you want to talk about farts? Let's talk about farts. Do you like farts?
I love farts. Hey, you said you were gonna pull. Come on, let's hear one. Rip one right now.
What do you think
It'll
this is
take
here
some
for?
time. It'll take some time.
Yeah, dude. I was gonna say when Mir said you were coming on, I was like, dude, I like that, dude. But for some reason, your show has never gotten my algorithm. I've seen you on other shows,
All the
and I
time,
like you whenever I see you. But I know you're like an OG podcaster, and somehow like I don't know why my algo has never like shown your show. So I've never really actually seen your show. But every time you pop up, I love it.
Yeah, but I don't live stream because I'm always saying stupid words such as, you know, and
Yeah.
and I'm always complaining about the, you know.
Oh no.
So
Yeah,
that's
those
why
three.
I don't live. Yeah, so I pre-record so that I can edit that out. And plus, it's always good to. It helps bring more. Like if people find the clip, then they'll download the audio version, so it all adds up together to get the sponsorship money, so that you can let it snow.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
someone's got to pay for that, White.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. And yeah, I had actually heard one time I was watching you and someone was complaining about you have ads or something. It's like
Yeah,
it's a goofy
fucking
thing to
Ski
complain
Mask
about, but-
keeps Ski Mask keeps saying that. He goes, he speaks like that, and he goes, "Oh, you get too many ads at the start of your show," and it's like, yeah, because I'm sponsored.
I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to have sponsored.
Yeah, I've got a sponsorship thing. That's why I don't do the super chat stuff, because I technically don't need it. Although, if you want to send it over, somebody needs to buy the soundtrack to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secrets of the Ooze on vinyl.
Oh,
Well,
there
that's
you
the
go,
thing.
Mike.
I mean, like Ski Mask show, I love them, but it's basically him and Stanza when they go on now. They're just like, well, give me $100 and we'll end the show.
Show, yeah.
So that's just the whole. That's become 80% of the talking point of the show. So
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I think Stancil is hilarious, but his audio is so bad that it sounds like it needs cream rubbed on it. Like
No.
it's like athlete's microphone. Like, fix the fucking sound of the podcast. Like it's
Right.
kind of important. And also, I hope he dies.
yeah, I mean that's the thing with them. It's kind of like I get the bit of like, yeah, pay me $200 or $400 and we'll kick this guy off, and it's funny for a minute, you know. But
It gets old after a while.
yeah,
During
eventually,
every
like
podcast.
it's like okay, like
Yeah, there's way too many people doing the same show at the same time. Like, and really, like, at the minute, if you look at Shuley, they're fucking killing it.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
they're making hundreds, if not, well, hundreds in memberships per day. They're getting
Yep.
super chatted thousands per show, multiple times a day.
I think I saw like 1,100 watching them tonight, this morning, right now.
Yeah, that was because of me. Okay.
Good man.
Yeah, I put the word out. But the thing is, it's like, yeah, they you can only expect people to donate so much. It's like, if you look at all these shitty streaming services, on one hand, it's like, holy fuck, I could watch all these shows at the same time, or well, not at the same time, in my house. I could binge all this. This is great. Then at the same time, you look at your bill and it's like, fuck, that's like $400 extra a month on this shit that I'll watch once and then never again. And I'm still paying for it. So
Yeah.
I think all that super chat shit is going to die off pretty fast.
it's very transient for sure. Yeah, it's a trend now, but you nailed it. Like we had Addicted to Profits on. He said the same thing. He's like, dude, yeah, I was like giving a bunch of money in super chats, and then I realized then I saw my credit card bill. And I was like, you know.
I mean, yeah, and it's the same repetitive show. It's just like, all right, why am I even doing any money at this point anymore? I mean, it's just the same shit day in and day out. Nothing new is happening, so it's just
Yeah.
a waste of time.
There was a thing about a month or two ago where Ray DeVito was doing a live stream.
Yeah.
and everybody was trolling. Well, because kept getting him to say silly names and tricking him into saying certain words, such as,
Yeah, Nick and then Gurr. Yeah.
yeah. Why would somebody be called? Oh yeah, but anyway. And so I kept super chatting him all these names because he kept saying all the dumb shit, and you think, oh, this is hilarious, and then you see your bill at the end of the month, and it's just like $240 in fucking YouTube pay, and it's like, what? And it's not like I'm broke, but at the same time, it's like that's 240 just to get Ray DeVito to say
to acknowledge you.
Gay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. That's the thing. So, yeah, it's going to evolve and morph, I think.
And I did want to ask you, Hughezy, so why does Kevin Brennan have so much animosity towards you? Because he always talks very badly about you on his show whenever he does mention you.
Because he's a cunt, and I'm the one, because I went on his show and I wasn't like the whole, oh, Kevin, you're funny, you're hilarious.
Roast me, please roast me, yeah.
Yeah, and I gave it back to him, and then I mentioned the fact that he keeps going after Gino, and he keeps calling Gino Bisconti a racist, and it's like, well, maybe he is, but aren't you the guy that for some reason, right in front of the camera, called Gino the N-word because he was on a podcast? Like, I just think he's a complete fucking hypocrite, and I like annoying him, but I do think he has a lovely smile. Credit where credit's due. Right, boys?
That's right. He is Irish descent, so...
I do
he's
enjoy
American
him, man.
then, yeah.
He's fun to troll, bro. Like he is. Like he's the our generation's angry grandpa, like from like 10, 15 years ago on YouTube.
R.I.P.
Yeah, but I feel sorry for Bob Levy at the minute because Kevin Brennan's one of these dopes that will believe anything he's told if it's negative.
Yeah.
Like you could say, hey, did you hear about Bob Levy? He fucking cured cancer last night. And they would go, no, he didn't. They go, hey, did you hear about Bob Levy? He stole a fry off a homeless boy. Go, that fucking Bob Levy cunt, I'll kill him.
No, that's the thing. Like they're so easy to like mess with. So if you're into that, it's like I get it. But yeah, now this new beef with him and Levy's been interesting. And yeah, like even though I'm not like the biggest Melton fan, I enjoy his stream here and there. Like his thing last night where Brennan called in was like crazy because he just basically was a normal dude and held his feet to the fire, and it was insane, bro, what he was saying. Like Brennan is out of his mind, bro.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like it's become boring. It's like again, I mentioned I was a pro wrestling fan.
Yeah.
It's okay when you're a kid, but when you get older and you're like, Steve Austin's talking about beer, it's like, big fucking deal. I drank a bottle of whiskey last night, and he's like, oh, I'll have a beer. And you go, okay. So with Brennan, and he's like, oh, I'm going after Cumia. And then Cumia doesn't respond. He's like, well, Carl from WATP. And then Carl kind of buried him. And he's like, well, fucking surely I'll go after it. And it's like, or you could be really funny on your show and have content that gets people laughing, like the way you did during the pandemic. It was the fucking...
Oh, I loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was the best podcast in the world during the pandemic.
Yeah, multiple different guests and everything like that. And like, I think Kevin's starting to realize to some extent. I think he said last show, he said he can't keep on having Ray DeVito's and Ski Mask and Stevie Lou's on his show anymore. It's starting to ruin his brand and whatnot.
Well, Stevie Lou, considering that he's a murderer, probably wouldn't have him on the show for much longer. Don't quote me on that, but he definitely has
allegedly
killed 4 people.
He kind of looks like an Irish American, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, we just call them Americans.
Yeah, you don't claim them. I figured.
You don't claim them.
But with the Ray DeVito stuff, Ray's like, do you ever remember Fatboy Slim?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like his songs repeat themselves less than Ray DeVito. It's like, Ray, stop saying the same fucking thing again and again. Like, he keeps going, Chad's just not a nice guy. And it's like, well, why? Say why or stop saying that. And it's like, unless Chad fucked the kid, and I hope he did, then you, I meant to say, hope he did not. Right?
Don't quote you on it.
Yeah. Quote me, clip it.
Yeah,
no, that's the thing. I mean, like, I did want to get into this a little bit. Like, who are your alliances in this Mudverse, Dabbleverse,
Well, I don't.
Tackverse, whatever?
Yeah, I don't really have any alliances. Like, I'll happily talk shit about everybody behind the back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have any alliances or feuds. I just sort of take a step back and figure out ways to clickbait and benefit from it personally.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh shit! You're kind of a snake, then. You kind of sweevel through the grass and whatnot.
But I
Yes.
think Ray's might be the most interesting. I mean, his shit's getting a little tired now, but dude, his stuff is so mental that it's like,
Yeah. Ray is
crazy.
the only person left who, if I hear he's going to live stream, I will make a plan to watch it, because you never know what the fuck's going to happen. Like, I'm sure you all seen the episode. I think it was at the start of the summer when Ray's doing a live stream, and right out of nowhere, some guy in the background in his underwear walks up.
Oh,
and
tells
goes,
him
Ray, you gotta keep
yeah,
the
the
noise
rainbow
down, buddy."
crab.
the rainbow
Yeah.
crab guy.
Yeah.
It's like who could have ever predicted that? And then,
Yeah,
and then
no, it was like it's every time like you're like, okay, I get this guy. He's just like a mid-level dolt, and he's streaming and doesn't have anything to say. But every episode, there's something new. Like they were talking about on Shuli earlier. Last time, he was talking about how he doesn't have he has to go fill up his air on his tire of his car every 10 minutes because it's leaking. It's like, dude, he just like every time, or like he sweats in some lady's couch or whatever. Like he just comes up with new nonsense every time. So I got to give him credit for that.
yeah, no, Ray is he's like season 1 of Lost,
Yeah.
and that every week it's like, this is fucking incredible. Look at all this work they've gone through. But I do think that with Ray, like I thought that it was a couple of weeks ago, it was so bizarre where he was in Elise Edwards' house for a couple of days.
Oh, what? Really? I did not know that.
She was staying, or he was staying with her, and she was literally walking around the house in, well, not her underwear, but like shorts.
Those booty shorts, yeah.
Yeah, and like, I'm not being a creep, but
Nice crop top.
she's a good looking woman, and I don't think she would be dressing like that around Ray if she wasn't feeling comfortable with him. And it's like, Ray, there's your fucking opportunity. Instead, it's like, we look at photographs of ice cream. And it's like, come on, Ray.
We've had Ray on here, I think, twice now, and we've tried giving him advice multiple times to no avail. I think he's just, I don't
You guys are
know.
awesome. I freaking love you guys.
I don't know. Even I remember we had Ray DeVito on with Dirty Dalish. Remember that? Oh, dude.
Yeah. No, it was interesting because he weaseled his way into crashing at Elise Edwards' apartment because
Right.
he needed to go back for an X-ray. So he used like some medical emergency why he needed to stay at her place, because his other place he's only allowed to stay there a couple days a month or whatever.
Yeah.
So once he weaseled his way into staying there, it was like they were like streaming nonstop when he was over there, and then you could see Elise's energy change from day 1 of him staying there to day 3. Like she was just like, "What the fuck get this guy out of here? When are you leaving?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just got stream. I'm gonna leave soon." And that was the same thing with that rainbow crab dude he was staying with. So he imposes himself on people, and then yeah. Just becomes a complete annoyance. So I love it. I love watching it, and I like him. But
Hughezy, what is some advice you give Ray to pull a woman? Honestly, because you got probably have the Irish, dialect. You got everything. You got the moves of an Irishman. So tell me, how would you pull a woman?
But the thing is, Ray's doing it all the right way, apart from the final act, or he gets
Yeah.
he gets them to want to go out on dates with him. He gets them to want to hang around with them. And then at the last minute, he goes, right, so here's our big date. We're going to drink 3 beers at the park.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, Ray, you don't do that. Like, you silly cunt. Like, you've got to, because he's always talking about like stuff like, that Erie Jane was into music and stuff. It's like, so Ray, take her like vinyl shopping and go for a drink beforehand or afterwards, and then you can go see if
Take her
there's
to the
any
candy
local,
shop.
yeah, or if there's any like local bands playing, and it'll be fine instead of being like, I don't want to buy dinner. It's like, well, don't, because dinner's fucking shit. Dinner's what you do when you're hungover.
What was it? Oh, I think it was Elise said, because I think this was when Elise was possibly contemplating fucking Ray. Was when she asked him to bring drinks over or something. He brings two tall boys a Miller Lite or some shit. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
Three tall boys, and he drank two of them.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, bring a bottle of wine, man. What are you doing? At least that.
Yeah, and a glass, and also he brought them in a plastic bag. They weren't even like in the fucking like freshly bought.
Yeah, I think he pivoted to like drinking wine or something recently, and he was doing it straight from the bottle for a few episodes, and then recently now he's doing it out of like a Guinness pint glass. He's drinking like red wine.
Good. But the thing is, because like Ray's a good-looking guy, like we'd all bang him, wouldn't we, boys?
Yeah,
he's
I'd bang him.
alright, you
He's
know,
hot as
but-
fuck.
Yeah. So
loser.
it's not like he isn't like he could meet women, but then Stevie Lou even said that they were out at a bar, and there was a you know what lady. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That they were talking to, and that she was clearly into Ray, and that Ray suddenly decided that they were ugly and wanted to leave, and it's like, what's going on there? Like, is there something wrong with your dick? Does it smell? Is it infected? Well, what's up with you?
got
I want
that
to
dick
see
crust.
Ray's dick, and I want to see it now.
There you go.
Yeah, it's probably like medication that he's on is affecting it, and then the alcohol and all that type of stuff. So
He calls white wine clear wine.
Yeah, when fucking Quadfather is having more luck with the ladies than Ray DeVito, there's a problem. And Quadfather, as we all know, was gay.
yeah,
a gay?
No doubt. I mean,
Oh, but yeah, he told me
Oh,
last
shit.
night.
Oh,
I'm
all
supposed, I'm
right.
supposed to go on his show later tonight, so that should be interesting.
Call him gay.
Call him gay. Call him a fag. That's what he
Yeah.
says.
Yeah, you kissing somebody, Quadfather? Yeah.
Hughezy,
the-
what do you think of those flags these Mir's got behind them?
Symbols of hate,
Yeah.
and I am offended. So send me money.
No, honestly, are you pro being part of, United Kingdom, or are you against that shit, honestly?
Well, honestly, it doesn't bother me because I'm
Okay.
Irish, and the plan is to, because I'm doing quite well. I've robbed houses and stuff.
You got a few pounds under your belt.
to move down to Dublin and never have to deal with the Brits ever again.
Hughezy, how old are you by any chance?
38.
38. Do you have any ties to the IRA by any chance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would take that flag down now.
I will. Don't. That's my heritage, though, man. Us Americans are always about heritage. You know. Mm.
Yeah, like that's that Carlos Danger dude. He's always like talking about how like he's so proud of being Irish.
Yeah, that's only because he's the same shape as a potato. but I'm joking, but I'm not though. He needs to fucking do something about that. Yeah, the I don't understand the obsession with the heritage stuff, because if somebody came to some of the bars I've been to and said, they go, "Hey guys, I'm Irish too," it's like, well, they would kill you. Well, not people not kill you, but that you would know what it's like to have a glass bottle in the mouth.
They give you an Irish car bomb
Yeah,
in the literal sense.
yeah. That's actually one of the reasons why we had to leave where my mum used to live.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to set up a car explosion out where all these oil tankers were kept.
Yep.
And if it had gone off, it would have blown up the whole street.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And thankfully, I didn't get it blown up. Spoiler alert.
So, is there a lot of still animosity towards the Brits in Ireland, or has it kind of been more mellow now in the 21st century compared back to the 90s?
Well,
and
it's
80s?
more like it's more like genuinely political now. Because I'm sure you all heard about that Brexit shit.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Well, the problem is in Northern Ireland, it's so small that our votes basically don't count. So the vote here was something like 98% no, but because England voted yes, and England's like 3 times the size of here,
Yeah.
that basically it meant, well, your votes don't count. So we have to do what England wants, and English people are a bunch of Jake Hudsons. So
Do you guys not have any? Do you guys have representation in Parliament by any chance?
they do, but they're usually what would be called Irish Protestants, and they
Oh.
just want to bend over and take it right up to you know what,
Yep.
the anus. Because that's the thing. It's some of the people over here that are into politics are clearly mentally ill, and that's why I'm going into politics.
Well, I
Yeah,
saw
I mean,
recently
same here.
Scotland almost succeeded from the United Kingdom, right? They
Yeah,
almost succeeded from there, but then it didn't get passed. And then this last vote, I think they're what do you call it? They're what is it called? The leader of your gosh damn it. What are you guys? We have a president. What's your guys' prime minister? Their prime
Prime
minister of
Minister.
Scotland is like folding backwards for the English government right now. So I don't think they were going to ever have a succession from United Kingdom at this point. The Scots. It's
Yeah,
pretty sad to see.
yeah, and I
But
hate Joe Biden as well.
you hate Joe Biden?
Yeah, he's a fucking cunt. Him,
He's a great
stupid old-
man.
He's an old cunt, and I think he's a weird pedo who his son should be in jail.
I mean, don't you think most of these gentlemen are pedos though?
Hopefully,
Yeah, 100%, bro.
What are you
Yeah, it's a
drinking
bunch
there,
of creepy
man?
shit.
What are you drinking
this
right
is
there?
Guinness.
Oh, Guinness. Oh, I heard actually the Guinness in America is totally different from Irish Guinness. You guys keep the good shit over there, and you send us all the fucking garbage over to the States because Guinness in Ireland and America tastes totally fucking different.
Yeah, maybe I tell you, I've been to America once, and I couldn't fucking believe it. Like literally, as we had come out of the airport, we're going into our hotel, and this was ages ago, and they were filming Spider-Man 2 in the
Yeah.
street, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like this is the best country in the world. I'm coming here, but then I decided not to.
How was your experience in America?
It was all right. I mean, there's not really once you've seen the sights, it's like, well, fuck it, I'm going home.
Where'd you go? New York,
Uh,
I'm guessing.
In New York and Manhattan, and then because I wanted to do all this shit, like I wanted to go to the David Letterman show.
Yeah.
And then you find out that you got to get those tickets like years in advance. It's like, oh, fuck that. He's a pedophile.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
the problem
God.
with all that
Pedophiles?
type of shit. No, I mean, yeah, of course, but yeah, especially in New York, bro. Like New York, I used to love going to New York like 15 years ago,
Yeah.
but
I mean, I went to Boston and New York when I was about 16. It's probably one of the best experiences I ever had. I mean, Boston was amazing. Boston Market, Boston Garden, TD Garden. We went inside there. The harbor is beautiful, honestly.
The problem with everybody from Ireland hates people from Boston
Why's that?
because they're a bunch of fake. I was going to say one of those words. The whole stuff of like, oh yeah, we're Irish. It's part of my culture. It's like, is it? Because if in our culture we can see that you're American.
Mm.
And it's like, and I would just say, come over here and say that, and then immediately they'll be like I'm just a tourist, bro. I enjoy the city. It's like, you fucking chicken shits.
Did you enjoy the Boondock Saints?
Did you ever see the documentary made about that?
No, I never saw that.
It's fucking unbelievable.
what was
Have you
that
seen
guy's name?
Troy Duffy?
Troy Duffy. Yeah, man, dude, he's a G, bro.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, right? So in the documentary, his first draft of his first script ever, he just randomly sent it in to Miramax, which was the biggest studio at the time, and they said yes. So they brought him on as the director. Him and Harvey Weinstein became friends. So he bought him his bar so that it became like a celebrity hangout.
Yeah.
The band he was in get picked up by fucking Madonna's record label.
Yeah.
So everything he's ever wanted within the space of like 2 weeks just goes on fire, and then it just all crumbles down. And it's all caught on camera, and to the point that somebody literally tried to kill him and run him over in the street while he was crossing the street. Like, it's fucking believable. But then it's your question, the Boondock Saints was shite.
You didn't like that?
No, fuck.
Fuck. Who was their father in that film? Isn't he Irish born?
Billy Connolly? No, he's Scottish.
Oh, he's Scottish. Okay.
But in America, nobody knows that because Americans can understand Scottish people more than they can understand Irish people. So
Really?
The Scottish kept getting cast to play. Like Sean Connery was an Irish guy in The Untouchables.
Yes.
And it should have been called The Unpronounceables because his accent was fucking terrible.
He's Scottish,
and he's a pedophile.
He's a pedophile. Oh man. So you don't like the Boondock Saints? You don't appreciate that because is the reason because of the accents, or is it because they disrespect your heritage? Is there something, I don't know, or just people trying to act like they're Irish when they're not?
It's just so fucking corny where it's like,
okay,
we're going to get up and we're going to dress exactly the same. And
we're Roman Catholic.
Yeah, and that Norman Reedus, he's not going to be a vigilante anywhere. He'd get the living shit kicked out of him.
Right.
But I did really like Boondock Saints 2, The Secrets of the Ooze. See?
Hughezy, so who's your soccer team, mate? Who's your football team, man?
Nobody.
Nobody? You don't like soccer?
No, I mean, I watch it and I like drinking during it, believe it or not. But
Yeah.
I don't. Can I tell you a short, quick story about why this was like fucking 20 plus years ago? We were in this bar in the city, and that weekend it was Liverpool against Manchester United.
Oh, that must be a good game.
And two guys in the bar get into a fight because of that game, and
Yeah.
one of them get so badly beaten up that when the ambulance was called, they had to operate on him on the floor of the bar, while the other guy was taken away off in cuffs. But they were both from here. It's like, so you could maybe be going to jail for potentially murdering this guy
Over an English soccer
over two
team.
fucking English teams. For no reason, like you fucking dickhead. So I'll watch it, and I've got the FIFA, the latest FIFA game for the PlayStation 5. Just saying.
All right. That's a humble brag. Humble brag.
Well, we'll put it like this: I'm not boasting, but that's what happens when you have Ray DeVito on your podcast 3 times. So yeah, so got the I don't support anybody, but I love the game, if that makes sense.
Right. What is one of your most interesting experiences at the bar for yourself with somebody? They almost got into something. Have you had any crazy bar stories for yourself that you almost experienced? Not, watching other people, but you being in the shit, you being in the trenches.
Oh, here's one for you.
All right.
I remember once, right? No joke. I dipped one cookie into 2 different types of milk. How fucking crazy is that?
That's very that sounds like a drunk on cringe type of thing right there, man.
Yeah. Although I will say that there's certain bars over here that around Christmas time, the security just doesn't give a fuck. So
They
as
get
long as
rowdy.
you're- Yeah, and like there's literally people doing drugs off the bar while ordering a drink. And you just think like, and it's half great, but also half, I need to get the fuck out of here before closing time because there's going to be riots out there.
What was I going to say, Mike? I think the craziest thing I ever experienced was New Year's. We were at this bar. My buddy was bartending, and there was some dude at the bar hammering out of his mind, and some chick was next to him. She was just slowly jacking him off at the bar and whatnot. His pants were halfway down, just working him out and shit. I was just like, I don't. You gotta have some type of bar etiquette, I think. you know.
There used to be
I'm not kidding. It was fucked.
There used to be a bar in the city that was infamous for the fact that they would let underage people in.
Oh shit. Okay.
And we used to think this is great because like you would leave school on a Friday, you would stash your uniform, you would have your change of clothes in your bag, so you would go straight from school to the bar, and then but what we didn't realize until years later is because there was a bunch of drug dealers in there, and they were selling the drugs to the young kids, but the girls who were also underage were then having to like suck their dicks or have sex with drug dealers who were in their 40s for free drug. And it was like, and at the time you think, yeah, isn't this fun? Isn't this great? And then you look back and you go, oh shit, we were
That was
part of
fucked
like
up.
a child pornography ring or whatever.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. That's a thing back in the day where they were. I knew a place growing up that was like that too, where I was like, dude, we'd go there and like party, and they'd be like, do like 15 to 20 night or whatever, where there'd like be like teenagers partying and booze and drugs and all that shit. It's like,
You got the
yeah, it
address?
actually happens, bro. What?
Nothing.
No. So
Big
Sorry,
Hughezy-
I had to bounce for a sec because I had to take a leak, but
No, you're good, Mike.
I'm trying
So
to get
Hughezy-
caught up.
Real quick question for you, sir. So you're Irish. Have you ever fucked an American before?
No.
No.
Just Ray DeVito's credibility.
Oh shit.
No, I mostly
Good old
Yeah.
Irish woman, right? Pretty
yeah,
beautiful
yeah.
over there. They're
and
not
then
milkmaids, right? They're beautiful.
Oh yeah. So like, I mean,
No fucked up
although I will
teeth.
admit that the term butterface I think was invented for the majority of Irish women.
Butterface?
Yeah, where everything's good, butterface. And
Well, what about
really,
that? You ever see
I-
that chick on Louis J. Gomez's show? That Karen Boyle chick?
No.
Okay, because she's like an Irish chick who is like a guest all the time on his show, and she's like completely woke, completely mid looking, bro, and
Yeah.
like I don't know, she's just like I feel like she gives your countrymen and women a bad name, but
Well,
if you don't
that's
know
why
who she
she's-
is, then who cares?
That's why she's not here anymore. But I think that doggy style was invented in Ireland because
You guys
so many
fuck
women
dogs?
here have great bodies but look like their dads. So and that's why we don't need them. So bend them over and think of Ireland.
Where's the doggy stem from
I
though?
appreciate that.
You fuck them outside. You're not gonna bring them inside.
That's right. There you go.
Yeah.
So how long have you and your girl been together, man? You said you and her and her sister cunt are friggin' off doing their own thing.
Oh no, I
right?
didn't say that about her sister at all. I said she's a lovely lady, and because if this is clipped, I will be in the shit.
There you,
Uh,
those are my words. All right, those are my words, ladies.
Yeah.
So how'd you two
quite a
first
while.
meet? How'd you pull such a lovely lassie?
At a party, you know, really one of those really inventive stories where it's like, oh, you know, we were out drinking and it was great.
Hmm.
But I don't want to talk about her because I will say the wrong thing about her because we're arguing.
Oh, it happens
Yes.
with all couples, though.
So
you know.
I'll and it all comes back to me, and then you know.
If you don't yell at her at least once or put hands on her, you don't love her. All right.
I mean, Kiana is like brings up a good question. Irish women are beautiful. Are you kidding me? Like, I mean, yeah, when they're young, they're pretty fucking dope, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, not like Biden young, but you know, mid-20s to late 30s, and then they fall off a cliff fast. It's like Ukrainian women too. I know. Yeah.
It's because everybody lives the hard life.
Yeah.
Of like all that Irish pub culture stuff is real, but it all adds up over years. Like my back right now feels like there's glass in it, and it hurts like fuck. So that's why I'm happily having a day drink, because it actually takes a bit of the edge off. But all that other shit, like the weight gain that happens with Irish
Drinking.
girls is quite shocking. Like because you can't keep drinking all that sugary shit and all that hangover food and expect to stay like a skinny bitch your whole life.
I mean, especially plus the carbs and whatnot from beer drinking. I mean, you're gonna get that beer belly eventually.
Oh
And you're
fuck!
you're pushing what 38? You said correct.
Yeah, I'm 38. Yeah.
So how are you doing with like all the carbs and whatnot? I'm sure you're an avid, enjoyable drinker. You enjoy your drinks and everything like that. Like, how do you stay fit, honestly, as an Irishman?
Well, I go running a lot, but to be honest, my gut is a problem. Because because no matter how much effort you put into it, it will fucking stick around.
It will
It's
nip
like,
you in the butt eventually.
yeah, it's like when somebody farts in a room, like it may wear off, but it's still going to be there the whole time. And that's the problem with the beer gut. I can't shake it. Well, I mean, it
Hmm.
shakes without me fucking wanting to, but it's a choice, and I'll stick with it for now.
Right, right. Well, I mean, what's your preferred drink though? Beer or whiskey? Irish whiskey or beer?
Guinness easily.
Guinness. Okay.
I had a suspected heart attack last year, so I'm
Oh
not
shit.
touching whiskey ever again.
Was it just from withdrawals or something?
Yeah, no, it was at a school reunion party, and we all decided to drink like we did back when we were teenagers.
Yep, a good old handle or something.
Yeah, which seemed like a great idea at the time, and then the next day you wake up and you're in actual agony with your stomach, your lungs are sore, and it's like I can't actually breathe. I'm so hungover.
Yep. I mean, because alcohol's a downer too, so it slows down your heartbeat and whatnot. So your body has to, and then I forgot what it was. Your heart has to beat faster or something like that with how much is being produced into your body or some shit. I forgot the actual scientific terms for it, but it's like Xanax almost.
Yeah, but that's why so many people over here are fucking on drugs.
Yeah.
Like and it is nuts. Like I'm not really into that shit. Like I wish I could be a huge stoner and all that shit, but fucking I don't know. Like I just wish that I wish I could be like Ray DeVito, because he seems to have no fucking stress in his life at all. It just seems that everybody else is aged while he's stuck with his ice cream.
I mean, you gotta think though, he must be worried about his gout though. I mean, isn't that being very inflamed when he's drinking while he's having gout, which is really bad for it. So he can maybe lose some of his foot or some shit eventually. Who knows?
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, flimsy.
You wish ill will towards Ray on his gout, man?
In that instance, yeah.
Oh, come on. Well, here's another question for you. So you say a lot of people are on drugs in Ireland, correct? And there's a lot of so there's a drug issue. You're saying, is it just more on the heavy drug side, or is just everyone prescribed shit that everyone's always on something? Would you say like Adderall, Xanax, or is it a little bit more deeper, like maybe heroin, meth?
Well, I don't know about heroin, but there's always some type of like tell you an example. I have a friend who runs like an insurance company, and
Yeah.
it was coming up to Christmas, and her kid was been the I don't know some superhero toy. So she went to go buy that on her lunch break while she was at work, and on the way back to the office, she bumped into a friend, and she told me that she ended up going in and grabbing a drink, and she did 2 lines of coke and drank a vodka before she went back to work, and it's like that's fucking like that's Christmas.
You gotta keep your buzz though. You gotta stay on top of shit, man. Coke's not that bad, right?
Yeah, but when you've then to go collect them from school and fucking
How many
drag them
drugs do you
home.
think? How many drugs do you think American parents are on? Adderall,
69.
which is a type of cocaine type of thing, and I mean Xanax, all types of shit, perks.
Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of like kids are on the Adderall type stuff.
It's
The
insane.
speed, that's
I'm
kind of
gonna,
like
I'm gonna grab a drink real
cocaine.
quick, be right back.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah.
Americans always seem to want to have some type of problem that
Yeah,
needs met. Like we're like,
100%.
oh, I've got depression issues or I'm mentally ill, whatever. So they're like, well, prescribe me some type of fucking drug, Get over it, you bunch of pussies.
Yeah, it's their identity. They need to differentiate.
Yeah,
So-
and then that's why I always get the what do you call them, the healthcare system in America, because everybody claims to be an alcoholic or a drug addict. It's like, no, you've just had like a heavy month, so
Yeah.
just relax for the next month and you'll be fine. All this rehab shit.
Oh yeah, that's big money, bro. Yeah, that's big money over here, and all the insurance stuff is all financial instrument scam. But yeah, it's interesting to like break down like between the borders and all that. But like, where do you being out in Europe? Where do you like to travel to, or do you ever get out?
And nowhere. Because
No?
for me,
Yeah.
I don't really like. My whole thing is when I get the chance to get time off, I like to go to gigs.
Cool.
Like I don't know
Yeah.
if you've seen
It's your
the
passion.
oh, big time, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you've seen it last night, the Rolling Stones just announced that they have a new album coming out. And on one hand, you think, fuck that, I'm not going to hear any new Rolling Stones shit. But then if you hear they're coming to town and doing a show, you're like, right, I'm fucking going. I'm paying whatever they are charging. It's the Rolling Stones. So for me, I don't think,
Aren't they an English band though?
yeah, but it doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
Yeah, they rock.
All right.
Yeah, I
Rock
know
and-
you're
rock
like.
and
I've
roll's
seen you
better
talk
in
about
England.
Foo Fighters a lot. You a big Foo Fighters guy?
Yeah, but the thing about them, what I hate is that they keep making these new albums and then never playing any of it. And some of the new stuff's actually great. So what are you wasting time for? Just get back out on the road.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I've seen them live before, and but I still, Everlong, their first album or two is like basically the extent of like what I know, but
Right. What's
And
been on
yeah.
radio and whatnot.
yeah.
Yeah, but the whole thing is like they'll do that thing where they'll tease the new album coming out for months in advance, and you're like, oh, here we go, and then you go see them live, and it's the same 15 fucking songs as usual. And then that being said, AC/DC's back at the end of this year, and they can play the same songs all day, and I'll go every fucking time.
Hughezy, what's your take on Oasis? Do you like them at all or no?
The greatest band of all time ever.
The greatest brother duo of all time.
The number one band that there's ever been and ever will be, and they're back next. They're going to reform towards the end of next year.
Oh, they're getting back together. The brothers.
They will.
What about you two? You like you two?
Yeah, but see the thing about U2 is that people don't understand these days is that in the 90s they genuinely were one of the coolest fucking bands on the planet. Like they
You're
were,
right.
they had all these great songs, but then the sales started going down. So they're like, right, let's give them Beautiful Day over and over again forever for the rest of our lives and just play it safe. And that's how and that's how they stayed in the stadium. So I'll always be a fan, but they're boring.
They're boring to you?
Oh yeah.
So have you ever seen like do you know who Yes is? The progressive rock band from the early 70s? Yes.
I've heard of them.
You've heard of them? You should check them out. You might like them a lot because you like prog rock, I'm guessing, right? Progressive rock.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say that I like CP, but yeah, prog rock. But the thing about that's why I love Metallica so much because they're basically a prog rock band. They're just loud as fuck. 'Cause everything's
Yeah.
especially these days.
What's your take on who's that? Ron Harrington. What's that band? Judas Priest. You like Judas Priest at all?
No,
You don't like Judas Priest?
I'm not really into. See, I'm one of these really fake metal fans where I'm like, yeah, Metallica, Iron
Megadeth.
Maiden, and then people say who else? I go, that's about it, really.
Oh shit. Okay, so you just have just a little branch of metal of the metal genre, and that's it. You don't really dive in deeper or whatnot.
No, for me, music stopped being good after around 1998 because 1999 was when I started getting depressed for the first time because I'm like, this is all shit. Like, what's this Britney Spears crap? Like, Britney Spears cannot sing.
Oh,
Dude,
And now-
something did happen around then, bro. I 100% agree with you. I mean, I'm a similar age to you, but I mean, to me, like, I love Kanye and everything he's done. I think Kanye is the best of all time. And everything he's done, his unreleased stuff, I listen to everything. I'm like one of those like weird dudes like who loves Kanye. But yeah, like right around that time, Woodstock 99, 98, 99, everything just flipped to like a weird spot, you know. And it was epic then, but now it's weird.
I mean,
Yeah.
the last band to hit number one on the billboards was Nickelback. Last rock band.
But even these days, fucking hip hop's dying off because nobody's buying the albums. No one's going to see the rappers live. Like it's dying off, and
Well, it's pivoting. Have you noticed? Do you follow Playboy Cardi at all?
no, and
Because he's massive, dude. He's huge as hell, and
Travis Scott.
he's doing like this. He pivoted from hip hop to rock and like this punk rock rap
Image.
type thing.
Yeah.
Dude, he's god tier, bro. Everyone wants to see Playboy Cardi now.
I like The Weeknd. I don't know if that counts as rap though, but he's got some good shit though. He's a fucking pervert. If you hear all the stories about the groupies and shit backstage, like you have to suck 4 dicks before you get backstage
soy.
to suck his dick.
I mean, come on, all rock bands were doing that back in the day, though. You know,
but
all the
who the
groupies and
fuck-
shit.
Who the fuck wants someone to suck their dick if they've just sucked 4 dicks?
Trust me, a lot of women would love
Hey,
to
Melton.
suck Playboy Cardi's dick.
Melton, everyone knows who. Melton, you want to talk shit? Everyone knows who Playboy Cardi is right now.
Playboy Cardi. I spelled it wrong.
He's
too.
huge,
He's
bro.
an idiot.
I'm with Melton. I have no idea who the fuck that is.
Oh, he's
He's huge.
huge, bro. Watch Rolling Loud Playboy Cardi and watch. It's got 1 million views in 12 hours.
Nah.
So, Hughezy, what's your take on the French? You like the French?
Yeah, but I think they're a bunch of pussies, and the fact that they keep having immigrants coming into the country and assaulting people and causing terror attacks, but they won't do anything about it. It's like well, there's kind of a message to be learned here.
What is your thought on that, like immigration and whatnot? Do you think that's better for Europe and whatnot with the mass immigrations going on, or do you think that's a little bit,
Well,
affecting?
I mean, if it's being done legally, there's nothing you can really say about it.
Correct. Yes.
But the illegal immigration and then how people rush to defend them, like there was a thing here that happened years ago, where there was in the student housing area, there was like fucking 30 of them living in a house, and one of them was a serial rapist who was raping women, young student women around that area because they'd be drunk and all that shit.
Yeah.
But then because he was here illegally, he couldn't be fucking, what's the term, processed
Yeah.
because he wasn't actually
A
here.
citizen.
Yeah, and it's like, so he was obviously he was deported, but it's like,
Right.
it's like, so that's it. He gets to keep he gets to keep raping.
He gets to
Well,
keep his dick.
all he got was and he's back to fucking back to rape, and I just think, like, if that was the old days, he would have been named and shamed, and they would have fucking broke his legs and cut one of his ears off.
So I mean, you got to think though too, like London. You know, you've been to London before?
Oh yeah, I went last August because I'm quite tough. I went to see the ABBA thing in London.
How is that area? Because I heard there's a lot of mass immigration going on in London. It's called London Stan and whatnot now. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
well-
like the most popular name in London is Mohammed now or something.
Yeah, well, I went to London because I was sick of looking at white people. Yeah, I went to London because I wanted to know what it was like to be in Nigeria for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was great. But because there's not that many black women over here. But in London, they get they get a lot of black people, and I've been into black women ever since. Like you just walk around London looking at these big arches all day,
Yeah.
and you think I could live here
Did you ever fuck a
temporarily.
black lady before?
No, but I'd love to.
Yeah, good man.
Well, mommy's asking some fiscal literacy as a mother, and as a world-renowned banker that everyone knows me as now. I can offer a little advice. It's very smart to build up credit with your children, especially when they're like in their that age, 20s. So give her a credit card. Maybe set the limit to 15 to 2,000 a month. I don't know, something like that. Put whatever. I don't know what her expenses are, but put something on there and build up the credit, because that'll allow you to get bank access to more money later and take out loans and own property and cash flow. So
Make sure you can follow her transactions too.
yeah, and you can keep an eye on it if you don't trust her, but just even if she doesn't even know about it, like just set up an account and put a small, because the credit bureaus like TransUnion, Equifax, all these things, they a lot of your money works off of credit. The whole world works off of credit. Like, money makes the world go round. Nah,
That's right.
attention and debt makes the world go round. So,
Yep, debt. So
you guys want to hear about it? Come, I mean, everyone's saying my name, posting my website here. Hit me up, call me. I mean, I know Melton's been calling me nonstop, so yeah, check me out.
Hughezy, what's your take on the LGBTQ in like Ireland? Has that like been pretty progressive with you guys, or has that been kind of or the lads keeping that at bay?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty woke in that way.
Are you really? Okay, so
In
you like dick?
well, I'm not I'm vague on it,
Yeah, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
But yeah, because it only in the last 5 years became legal over here for gay people to be legally allowed to be married, which I thought took way too long to happen. But at the same time, it feels like ever since it became legal for gay people to be married, that they've become more offended than ever. But
How
it's
so?
but you have equal rights. What is the problem? Like, I remember when I was a kid, you would literally see gay people being assaulted in the street for no reason at all, and it was and you think like fuck, like those were horrible times. And it's weird because over here the older gay people don't like younger gay people because the younger ones don't understand what they really had to go through.
Right.
Yet it's the younger ones that are really talking about that. I'm fucking a victim of whatever. It's like, how are you a victim? And that's the question that people need to be asked is you to say how and why, like explain yourself.
Well, I mean, also on top of that, I mean, I have an uncle who's gay and whatnot, and he says he doesn't really like the new mainstream gay vibe that's going on. It's very more feminine. It's not masculine at all. What?
Well, gays aren't tough enough anymore.
Yeah, it's very too flamboyant, too feminine. They're trying too hard to be something that they're not.
Listen, I grew up in the era of Freddie Mercury and Elton John and David Bowie and Mick Jagger. I like my gays to be flaming.
You like them to be flaming?
Oh yeah, I want gay as fuck gay people. But yeah, but there's definitely an obnoxiousness like that. Do you know who Sam Smith is? That shite singer.
Oh, isn't he English, right?
Of course. And it really is just the case of like I have no idea what the fuck's going on in his head. Like what's his problem?
Money. That's what's going on. It's money. It's a good look.
Yeah. And it is, but it's true. Like I think, what are you asking me about gay people for anyway?
Well, I just wanted to get your take on it. You're European. A lot of Europeans have different takes on it. I've got a few Europeans at my work who have different viewpoints on it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just think that because I see homophobia claimed more than ever these days, and I don't specifically understand how or where it's happening, because it feels like we're working in the most progressive times of all time.
I mean, that's your viewpoint from a Western ideology, though. I mean, if you go to the Middle East and whatnot, that's still they're very back to where it was. I would say a couple hundred years ago, a few hundred
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, well, personally, I'm shocked to hear the news that there's trouble in the Middle East. I could never have predicted that opinion.
Never, yeah, exactly.
I actually almost dropped my glass here in slow mo.
Did you might? Also, I have another question for you. So you're pro gay. You're anti. No, you're not anti-immigration unless it's legal, correct?
Yeah, but there was a thing as well though, where there was a bunch of guys. There was there was a lot of legal immigration of this like Muslim community,
Yeah.
and they tried to get a local bar shut down for around St. Patrick's Day, and it's like that's a good way to get yourself shot, because that will never happen ever. Like you're living in a if you're coming over here, you got to remember that there's a notorious gang that's kind of run the country for decades and decades. Like you're not going to change the way it is.
You're not gonna change the culture.
Exactly. Like, and it's not like everybody's in danger if you come here, but at the same time, it's like just act accordingly. You can't come to Belfast and be like, "Here's what you need to change." It's like, nope, nothing's changing. It's gonna stay the same.
Right. You either what's the word I'm looking for? You either immigrate become part of the culture or you're outcast. Is that what you're trying to say? If you don't become part of the culture, you're kind of outcast at that point.
Yeah, it's like a saying that I invented when in Rome.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, something great about America though is that we're accepting of all cultures, and you're like we celebrate your holidays, we'll celebrate our federal holidays and whatnot. You know, do you think that's something about America that's a little bit more progressive than European countries, that we're so accepting of other cultures that we allow them to be part of our society to the point where we're celebrating their stuff?
I just think Americans like excuses to get a
Party.
day off work. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I agree with that to some extent. Yeah, of course. So, St. Patty's Day, tell me, so you guys celebrate that very hardcore, correct?
Oh God, yeah.
So,
Every St. Patrick's Day, a new wrinkle will appear on your face, whether you want it or not. Like I've seen old-looking 12-year-olds.
Dude, when I lived in Chicago forever, it was the biggest fucking thing on, the whole year.
yeah, no, yeah,
People
don't they paint the
love it,
river
bro.
green? Don't they make the river green and all that shit?
I lived in Marina Towers. You guys can look up my name and address. Yeah, I lived there for many years. So, yeah, look it
But
up.
see, that's exactly the problem. It's it with Chicago where they're like, oh, we're so Irish. And it just so happens to be on St. Patrick's Day. It's like, well, what are you going to do tomorrow? And what are you going to do?
I was always
the day
trying to get sober around St. Patrick's Day. So, for me, it was like, it sucked. I
from
was like, dude,
drinking?
Yeah. You know how alcoholics do, bro. You go through that cold winter and you want to get sober at some point,
Yeah,
bro.
Hughes, you probably taking breaks from, smoking or drinking and whatnot, right? To like take care of your health, your liver and whatnot.
Well, yeah.
I'm sure you've done that.
But
You're
I'm
taking a
never
few
going to
breaks.
quit.
Never gonna quit.
No.
Have you ever had? Oh, go ahead.
I've definitely, like at Christmas time there, I definitely noticed there was a problem. Because with Guinness, you can drink as many as you, well, not as many as you want, but you can drink a load of Guinness, get really drunk, and then wake up with zero hangover. You just feel tired all day. So that means you can do it again and again and
Again
again.
and again.
But what you don't notice is how out of shape you get. Like rapidly. Like fucking
Right.
Amy Schumer style. And I think she drinks Guinness. But with this, so you do dry January and you gotta work out Monday to Friday no matter what. But then the weekends you can do what you want. and then you save the midweek drinking until you get, unless you get offered to go on a podcast.
Gotcha. Okay. So Saint Patrick, you know the history behind that character, correct?
No,
You don't.
no,
No.
no. I just know that it's an excuse to get
Get
you get
fucking
the,
wasted.
yeah, on the day, because over here you get 3 days off, because they know, listen, people are going to drink and they're going to be insanely hungover,
Right.
and I often am.
Okay, I got you. I got you. So, I mean, St. Patty's is a huge holiday for you guys. Is there any other holidays you guys kind of celebrate or whatnot? Like maybe when you guys were part of the United Kingdom, do you guys celebrate that by any chance? When you guys became part of England, is that
The
like a celebration?
the British Irish do, the Protestants, but the rest of us couldn't give a fuck. We did celebrate when the Queen died, though.
No, you did not. Come on.
Oh yeah, we hate that bitch.
Why do you? Why? They're the royal
too.
family. You're subservience. You
No,
guys
but
are
that's
there.
that's the problem. Is that the way they always talk about Black History Month,
Yeah.
but they won't do Irish History Month because Irish people used to be slaves.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah,
They got you guys
so-
shipped over here.
Yeah, and no, but even over here, when the British took over and that's where the IRA started, because they're like, fuck this, like they're raping everybody, so fuck them all.
Damn. Because I know here in the States, I mean, where I was at, they were mourning her.
Of course they would. Fucking
I'm not kidding,
would
dude. No, I was at a bar. I was at a bar. It's called Llewellyn's Pub. It's like a mainstream pub or something. I think Llewellyn's, that sounds kind of Irish to me. And they were mourning her death and whatnot.
I mean, they just wanted an excuse to drink at like 10 a.m. I used to
Yeah.
go to this place called Glow Bar in Chicago, because bars in Chicago are open till like 4 or 5 a.m. So it's a chill city, but then Glow Bar would do all the football or the soccer,
Yeah.
matches at like 7, 8 a.m. So you could just like go from like nonstop drinking one night to drinking at another place. So I think that's why like the people were mourning the queen at a bar.
yeah, unless there was like some type of discount on, like buy half price whiskey shots for an hour in respect to the Queen. That's the only way I can see Irish people giving a shit. But the thing is about drinking is that there's a lot of people who don't know how to actually do it. And they're like, oh, I'm gonna binge drink and I'm gonna fucking chug
Like ski
this,
mask?
yeah, and I'm gonna do shots and drink vodka and mixed drinks. It's like that's not the way to do it. If you take it easy and slow, you can have a nice vibe going all day.
Right. Yeah. You're going to have a nice, evened out buzz throughout the day. You're not too fucked up, but you're just fucked up enough to enjoy it.
Yeah, like that's why I hate the drinking contest where people go, "Oh, I could drink you under the table," and it's like, go ahead.
Go ahead and fuck up yourself. I don't give a fuck. And your wall at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Ski Mask. Didn't he would you consider him an actual alcoholic by Irish standards?
No.
They don't have alcoholics over there, bro. Bill W's from here, bro.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I
Alright.
think that Ski Mask's problem is that he tends to binge drink, and he'll go on these. I don't know if I can say this word online anymore, but drinking benders. Can you say that still? Well, I just said it. So anyway, and and I think he gets so wasted for so long, for so many days in a row, that his body starts becoming accustomed to it. So then he thinks,
Yep.
"Fuck, I'm gonna have to say." Like no vodka, no whiskey or whatever, but then your body starts getting ill because you're not having your daily gallon.
No, for sure.
I hope he
Yeah,
dies.
Melton,
though.
dude. Yeah, no.
Nice.
Melton, no one raises my kids, bro. My wife is with my kids right now, so you can cry all you want about me and my kids, but it's pretty creepy.
Is that the real Melton?
I don't know. I mean, it's Lil Mir stream, so he can find out, but probably not. It's like
Nah, it's not.
all these dorks in Melton's Discord are like calling and texting me nonstop. Like it's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Beat it. But yeah.
Yeah, because if that was the real Melton, I'm trying to actually record a podcast with him soon.
Well, yeah. I mean,
All I have to
shoot
do
your
is shit
shot,
on.
bro.
All you gotta do is shit on Dr. Chow, and I think you're golden,
Yeah.
man.
Or Joey C. Or Chad. I mean, he hates Chad, bro. So him and his fans are. If you say anything bad about Chad, then you'll become.
You'll
his
be golden.
friend. Yeah.
Exactly. Hughezy, do you have like that type of backing with your fanship? Is your fanship very toxic, or are they pretty much straight laddies like you?
Oh, nobody likes me at all.
Nobody.
That's why if you look at my YouTube channel, my name's not on the videos. So it's always like Shuli Igor on or Chad Zumak on or whatever. Like I don't put. So then when they click on the video, they go, "Ah, fuck, it's that cunt," and I go, "Yes, it is. Thanks for the click."
Have you ever been doxxed before?
Well, probably. Well, yeah, but there's not really anything to dox me because I don't hide my name or anything.
Right,
All
right.
my
He's
social
Greg
medias.
Opie Hughes. Everyone knows him as Greg Opie Hughes.
Yeah.
AKA Hughezy. So
Yeah.
beyond
'cause
that,
all my social media, none of the social media is private. But although I don't really put much on there apart from like fucking, here's me drinking, here's another vinyl I bought, here's a dildo, nothing that anybody else doesn't post. But I get there.
Right. So I got another take for you, sir. So you got involved with the MLC universe, what, 2020, correct? When you got put on the show?
Yeah, 20. Yeah, I think it was. No, I think it was last year.
Last year, how did you get in contact with them?
Well, Brennan invited me.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, because I'd interviewed him before, and by the way, here's a quick example of why I hate YouTube. So I do this thing where I'll put the thing out in clip form first before I release the full thing,
Right.
and I had these like, just say I don't know 10 clips of the Kevin Brennan interview, and each clip was doing excellent. It was getting like 8,000 views, 10,000 views, 16,000 views, and you're thinking, this is going to be fucking amazing. So I put the full episode out, and it's got like, even today, all these years later, it's got like 800 views.
oh, dude. 100%, bro. Dude, there's a guy who makes just little clips of UFC stuff that is like gets like 200,000 views in like 4 hours,
Yeah.
And he doesn't even really do anything. So it's like, it's crazy. Like, people are like, oh, yeah, you guys are trying to, like, grift or whatever. It's like, no, dude, we laugh at all these people because they're all poor, like,
I'll give you a perfect example of how mental YouTube is. There's a wrestler guy called Disco Inferno.
Okay.
And I interviewed him, and I remember I released a clip, and it literally, within seconds, got 100 views. And I was like, fuck, that's quick. So I hit refresh after a minute, and it was over 1,000. And I'm like,
Right.
holy fuck, I'm going viral. It's beginning. Yeah. So I went and started brushing my teeth, getting ready to go to bed. I checked the view count, less than an hour. It had something like 7,000 views, and I'm like, right, clearly this is going the right way. Tomorrow I'm waking up, I'm gonna have billions, and I woke up the next day, it had about 8,000 views.
Nice.
Just
Yeah.
anyone who wanted to see it, seen it right then and there.
Yeah, of course,
and
that's
then
the
nobody
algorithm.
give a fuck ever again.
Yeah, that's the algorithm, though. I mean,
100%.
you got what, the first like hour to 24 hours to possibly 48 hours after you release the video, and then after that, kind of just dies away.
Yeah, I've heard this thing that said that if a YouTube video doesn't get 301 views in an hour, then it's probably gonna mess up with your entire algorithm. So that's when you see these people uploading all day, and then like fucking, what do you call Jake Hudson, or what's his
Yeah.
yeah, he uploads this shit all day, and I don't understand how it keeps coming into my feed. 'Cause
Even though it
I'm
has
not
like 3
subscribed.
views, 4
Yeah.
views.
And it's all fucking day, and
yeah, that's weird. I mean, like, dude, I got to admit, he's done some good shows in the past. Like, he had a show with like me and like 10 other people on. It was like one of these goofy shows or whatever with a bunch of. He wasn't even on it, but you know, it got over at like 1,000 views and everything, and it was fun. It was like a long show, but yeah, like people don't understand like the algorithm works on repetition at certain times
Yeah.
based on certain things that you talk about, and like these self-important dudes who are streaming in this mudverse gutterverse type shit are like even Melton. It's like, dude, you get 500 people to 1,000, all right, you know, like it's over,
That
bro.
was that was one of the things about Kevin Brennan, you know, Big Dog Kev. When he was always trashing Chad Zumock, you know, the Z-Man.
Yeah.
And fucking and Brennan was like, I'm getting triple the views he's getting. He doesn't have any super chats. And it's like okay, but in the grand scheme of things, 1,000 viewers, while it looks nice, it's still really not that much. And like, for me, when I upload something, I just needed to hit at least 1,000 views so that I can be like, okay, it's at least it's in the you see a
In the
K.
K's.
Yeah,
Well, that's the sad thing. It's like, dude, these guys in the chat are saying we have 45 viewers. I guarantee like 10 of them are like one dude, like with doing all these different like names in the chat. So like Clubfoot Carl, Dewspaya, the fake Nobody Likes Onion. So there's like one dude who's like on several accounts watching us. So yeah, we actually have less than 45. We probably have like 20
30.
dudes and like 5 Spurgs who have like 10 accounts, you know? It's funny.
See this comment here by Chris Smack with the sexy guy in the profile photograph? It says, yeah, but I'm not going on Kevin's show because when you go on there, you have to agree with what he wants.
Yeah, or
and
you're bounced.
Yeah, and you've gotta want to shit on people, and it's like I have no reason at all to shit on Chad or Levy or Shuley. Well, I'd shit on Levy because I'm trying to get with his wife, but don't tell anyone I said that. So, like, I'm okay
Is his wife that bad? Like I've seen a couple pics of her, but she's a little older, but is she baddie for real?
Oh yeah, like,
Yeah.
I fucking I actually went into a depression because somebody told me that she was in her 50s, and it's like if someone looks like that in their 50s and I'm 38, I'm fucked. Because
Is she
by the
better
time-
than Mary Jane though?
I'll tell you tomorrow. But
Oh, you're doing her show?
No, I was gonna fuck them both tonight.
Oh yeah. I love that.
A lovely party. She wasn't invited.
Oh shit, that's actually pretty good, man.
Connery.
Damn, that's good. Old Sean Connery. When
That
he
was by
died,
Roger Moore actually, but
when he died, was that a huge blow to you guys? You know, that was the only representation in Hollywood at that point, correct?
Sean Connery.
Yeah, even though
he's
he's Scottish, he still, you know, he does the Irish thing. You know, that's the only representation. So,
No, he fucking he was a woman beater.
what's wrong with that?
Well, the fact that he would celebrate. Sean Connery's a very overrated actor.
Is he?
Yeah, like everybody loves James Bond, but it kept going without him. Like if the franchise dies when you're not
Leave
there,
Extraordinary Gentleman. He was great in that.
like everybody knows the greatest dramatic actor of all time is Steve Guttenberg, right? And
I've never heard of him. What's he in?
Don't lie.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Fucking
Yeah.
jealous. Kick him off the
He's
show.
too young,
Chow.
bro. He's
I
I
too young
know.
to
I know.
Gutenberg.
Rutger Hauer. Rutger Hauer's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Steve Guttenberg
Hauer
would
was
have
damn.
kicked his fucking head in
Bullshit.
2 seconds.
I don't know who the
he
fuck
would-
you just made up. But Rutger Hauer's the OG. All right.
Yeah, he's a DOG compared to Steve Guttenberg. Okay.
Okay.
And when Steve Guttenberg left the Police Academy series, it died because you need the good. What are we talking about here?
I have no idea. He says Steve Gutenberg or Gutenberg. What's his name? Gutenberg?
Gutenberg.
Gutenberg?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now I don't know who the fuck that is, man. What movies is he in?
Oh, he was in the Police Academy 1 to 4, and
Okay.
he did a Cocoon, and he was two men and a little lady, which unfortunately was not the CP that I thought I'd ordered, but I watched it anyway.
He
I've
stinks,
never.
bro. I don't like Steve Gutenberg at all. I mean, like I
Kick
saw him
him,
on
kick him off the show
Party Up
too.
or Party Down or whatever that show was, but
I want Mir and Chow off the show.
All right, I'll
Yeah,
have you
yeah.
run it. You can run it.
you sound like the chat now, bro. Like
So, yeah,
they're always telling one of us to kick the other one off. So
Wait, can I let you argue with the chat while I run for a quick piss?
of course,
No,
I'm gonna
yeah,
run. I'm gonna run for a piss.
absolutely.
I'm gonna run for a piss too, Doctor Chow, real quick. So you run into the show for 1 moment, all right?
yeah, that's fine.
All right.
All right. So this is Dr. Chow hour. So anyone who wants to ask a question of immense wisdom, I can give it to you. But yeah, Patrick Melton, we know what's going on, bro, and it's coming out. So you can talk all the shit you want about me. You can troll me in my own chat on Lil Mir show, not mine. Yeah, cause I'm gay. Cause yeah, I was born that way, bro. So bring it, Melton. You blocked all my phone numbers. You blocked me from everything you do. So I don't know. I tried to make peace through one of your concubines, Miss Fearless 31. So we can see where that goes. You have no show. Yeah, I know we don't have a show, but we don't care. It's not for money. So who gives a fuck, bro? You're watching. Daytop. Daytwa is a
well,
mega
See, it
dime piece.
took me longer to piss because it's hard to put Godzilla's tail back in the cage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, you guys actually kind of lined up perfectly. So you guys did come back right around the same time. But yeah.
But the thing, you're muted by the way, Amir.
Oh shit! Yeah, thank you, Mike.
But the thing about YouTube, Chow, that you say that's actually pretty interesting is that algorithm shit. Because one of my side jobs is I edit for this show called Keeping It 100, and it's got something like we're approaching 55,000 subscribers. But what makes no sense is that like a couple of weeks ago we put up a video that within 2 days got over 100,000 views, and you think great, and then the next day you put up a video that struggles to pass 1,000, and it's like, how'd that happen? It's the same subscriber count, but that's just YouTube. So that's why when someone has a YouTube channel and it's not doing like 50 million views a day, you can't really make fun of it because fuck knows what's going on with it.
No, yeah, I mean, have you followed any? Are you a Boppa-verse dude? Like, do you follow Brendan Schaub at all?
I fucking hate Brandon Shaw.
You hate him, or you like his content?
I hate it all. I mean, I don't actually follow his content. I mostly just follow the people making fun of him. Here's the thing about
Thanks.
the comedy virus is a virus. It's where people are obsessed with wanting to be considered funny,
Yes.
Yeah.
and it's like
So
why?
weird.
It's weird. It's just like you're either funny or you're not.
Not.
It's like saying, you know what, I'm gonna be tall. It's like, no, you either are tall or you're not. You're genetically predisposed or whatever the fuck the word is to be a funny person or an athletic person or tall or to have a small dick like me or any kind of stuff, or to be Asian.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's like what you can, like, people are like, well, this is like something you can learn or whatever to be funny. It's like, dude, I've never claimed to be funny. I never will. And like, to me, I think that's cringe. So, like, there's gonna be a backlash to all that type of stuff. But I do think like the homeless cats on Reddit, that's legendary stuff. There's some funny ass fucking shit about Brendan Schaub, and it's gotten to the point now where Brendan Schaub is the most entertaining comedian that is on the internet now. To me, like I don't care like watching Stavros clips or whatever, like Brendan Schaub is fucking funny, dude.
Do know he's not.
Yes,
Come
but
on.
he should only get the credit when it's intentional.
I guess. I mean, but who cares? It's attention economy. So like
Yeah.
he's getting attention all over because of how funnily stupid he is or whatever, but
Like I don't know if a lot of younger people today would understand the massiveness of Norm Macdonald back in the day. And when you seen his name was on like a radio appearance or a podcast or a talk show, it was huge because if he had an hour or he had 3 minutes, he would fucking kill it. And then you see Brendan Schaub, he has multiple fucking podcasts and he still struggles how to correctly spell UFC.
I thought Norm Macdonald was like a poor man's David Spade, to be honest.
Oh my god, you fucking get
I'm
him
being
off
honest.
the show. Yeah.
I'm being honest.
no, but that's like a weird thing that I've noticed. Like, is that like an Opie and Anthony? Because like, where's your history from? Because there's like so many guys now. I think they're from Opie and Anthony or whatever, like subreddits, who think Norm Macdonald is infallible, the best of all time. And I do think he is like the funniest dude ever, but like there's like this weird thing, like I think
you can't
Jesse
touch him.
TS
You
calls
can't
him out
touch
all
on
the
this
time
thing. Yep.
as being the best of all time. You just mentioned him. A lot of people have said like Norm Macdonald is infallible, genius, great, whatever. I mean, I've always enjoyed his shit, so I don't know, but where do you come from it?
I come from Ireland. What are you talking about?
No, I mean on the Norm stuff.
Oh yeah, but here's one of the things about Norm. I was talking about this on a podcast the other day, and this was confirmed by Artie Lang. It was a long time rumor where when the great film Batman and Robin was being made in 1990, everybody, the best one.
The Tim Burton one.
Yeah, Elle Macpherson was in that playing George Clooney's girlfriend, and I don't know if you can get away with it on YouTube, but if you Google photographs of her in '96, it's fucking unbelievable. She was dating Norm Macdonald at the time, and Norm broke up with her, so she probably had fucking George Clooney hitting on her all day, getting paid millions in a Batman costume. But she's sitting there thinking about getting some of that McDonald cock, and fucking and Norm broke up with her. Like that's just the ultimate. That's the ultimate man move. Says I got maybe the most gorgeous woman that's ever lived behind Pamela Anderson, and I dumped her. That's Norm Macdonald.
So you're saying it's not mostly his comedy; it's him as a man rejecting beautiful women. That's why you respect him so much.
I mean, he's a legendary guy. No doubt.
He's funny as fuck as well.
He is.
Yeah, I like him.
Groundbreaking. The ESPYs. I mean, like everything he's ever done, like, has been funny. So, like, I mean, I get it. I'm not like a Norm Macdonald hater.
Right.
Like, I used to listen to Adam Carolla's show. Adam Carolla would always have funny stories with Norm whenever he came on. I mean, like, he's always funny, so I get it. But like, there's like this new like Norm thing that's like building up. Like everyone's like, well, if you say something bad about Norm,
you're ostracized. You're done. You can't. You have no
like,
take.
You don't understand comedy.
Yeah, you just don't get it.
I love him, but
it's like someone in the chat said.
Comedy, so.
Who was it? Barry Stevens. Comedy subjective. It depends on the listener.
It's not.
It's not.
Listen,
how is it not? How is it not? Explain that to me.
Everybody knows that women are hilarious, and if you don't believe me,
levels to this.
And if you don't believe me, you gotta check out Amy Schumer.
Oh,
she did this fucking great joke. I'm gonna tell you the joke. Are you ready to laugh, Chow?
I'm ready, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. I love
it.
Is it a Jew
joke?
And you.
Is it a Jew joke?
Right. Here's the joke.
All right.
My vagina.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is your
like,
take?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
like I get he's like second level of like comedy, especially in that aspect where it's like making fun of comedy. So dude, I love him and he's the man. But I've noticed this is like everyone's like a norm guy if you're not. And I've noticed like Pod Awful talks about it a lot, so maybe that's where I got it from.
But Norm, I remember there was some charity event that was televised where Norm was introducing Whitney Whitney Cummings, and Norm he goes, hey, coming to the stage here, hilarious comedian Whitney Cummings. There's nobody funnier than Whitney Cummings, apart from a whole bunch of dudes. Whitney Cummings, ladies and gentlemen. And I just think, see, shit like that is fucking... The fact that he would insult someone literally as they're walking on stage and they can't fight back, I just think that's fucking gold.
What's your take on Ricky Gervais at the Golden Globes and whatnot, and the Academy Awards, where the fuck he was at, roasting all
He
those
is
celebrities?
one of the most overrated hacks
Really?
ever. It is so. Here's what he does. He's like, hey, he's like, hey, thanks for having me on the show. Shit. Fuck. Hey, here's a controversial joke. They're gay. And he laughs at himself the whole time. And all of his TV shows are shit. He's a fucking.
You didn't like The Office?
I like The Office, but then what you rapidly come to see based on his other shows is that's all he's got.
Idiot Abroad was brilliant. Come on, with Brian Pinkleton, where the fuck his name was, when they had Stephen Merchant on. They created that show, Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant. But having
What was
that
it
Brian,
called?
Idiot Abroad. Warwick Davis was on it in the second season. It was a
Oh.
brilliant show. You never seen that?
No, but I meant like, did you ever see Extras?
Yes. You didn't like
that
that?
was a good show.
Fucking,
loved-
all
I
that
loved it when
was-
they had freaking what's his face, Ben Stiller on. That was hilarious as fuck when they were doing that one thing with Ben Stiller.
all that was, it was an excuse for Ricky Gervais to do scenes
Carl Pinkleton, that's it.
with stars that he liked. Like, do you remember the episode where David Bowie was on it, and for no reason, David Bowie just randomly picks him out of a crowd and starts writing a song about him, and it's like this is fucking ridiculous. And here's
Yeah.
and David Bowie's song was about how Ricky Gervais was a fat guy, despite the fact that Gervais had visibly lost a shitload of weight between The Office and this show, and it's like this is fucking stupid. And then what was the show Life's Too Short about the dwarf guy?
Yeah, Warwick Davis.
Yeah, rubbish. Every fucking day the dwarf comes to Ricky's office, and then Johnny Depp turns up to argue with Ricky Gervais, and it's like, why the fuck is this on the show?
I think there's
If you
some
wanna
animosity.
Do the show with him, just do fucking Extras 3. Fuck, he's just cunt him.
Why are you so animostic towards English comedians compared to American comedians? Is there
They're
something?
not
mean-
funny.
They're
not funny?
bro.
No,
You don't
they're
think Stephen Merchant's funny as fuck?
absolutely not.
Did you not listen to the radio they did with Carl and Ricky Gervais? That radio show they did together, whatnot.
Yeah, and I
was
remember-
brilliant.
And it was funny because if
It
you
was
don't
bloody
remember it
good.
being funny, it was because Ricky Gervais spent the whole show laughing at himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same with that fat piece of shit, James Corden.
Yeah, James Corden, I don't
That
like him.
guy.
He's
I
not
wish
that
he
funny.
was dead.
Yeah, he's like a super polarizing dude, but I honestly have never seen any of those late night. I haven't had TV since like 2011, so honestly, if it's not on YouTube, I'm not seeing it. So
I heard that TV turns up in your Pornhub searches.
yeah,
You've heard that, huh? You've had it happen?
Quadfather told me.
yeah. What is the type of pornography that you are into,
Yeah.
Hughezy? 'Cause-
Well, I don't want to talk about that, but let's get
Yeah, me
into it.
neither.
I like Asian women and
Yeah.
multiple non-whites women with a
Black.
white guy and bent over French maid stuff.
yeah, the French. Oh, I've never heard of that. That sounds dope. I mean, like of course, like Japanese or Asian stuff is like super popular, but
Yeah. You
yeah.
see, years and years ago, there's I'm not saying that all Asian people look alike. I'm not trying to be a dunce, but I dated this girl who looked exactly like this porn star called Kobe Tai, and it was so weird that when I first met her, I was like, are you? No, what? But she looked exactly like her,
Yes.
and it was fucking. It was the
Did
greatest.
you fuck like her?
Oh fuck yeah! It was the greatest couple of. I mean, apart from now, of course, it's
No,
much
no,
better
the
now.
new, yeah,
Yeah, of course, of course, of course,
Yeah,
of course.
but
Her sister's not a cunt.
fucking such a nice.
She's a saint. She's a saint, and she's funny.
Yeah, I love it when
She's
when
single.
if she is, I know who I hope marries her, and I love when she turns up uninvited. But that was insane, and so that era of pornography was great until HD cameras were invented, because that porn in HD is fucking disgusting.
yeah, I agree. I don't watch any of like produced pornography. Like,
You like the
if I
amateur
really
shit?
need to watch any, I try to do it as very rarely as possible. I just try to find like some good amateur, you know.
Right, right.
I can do
Just
flavors.
twice a
I can
day,
do some
that's enough
Asian.
for
I
me.
can do it.
Twice
I'm
a day.
down, bro. But yeah,
So I got a question for you,
Gonzo.
Hughezy. What inspired you to get into podcasting? You know,
Well, I used to.
what got you going? What get you going?
I used to work for the filmmaker Kevin Smith, and I used to do loads of YouTube work for him, and it was great because the one thing I loved, well, I love talking about is nerdy film shit.
Mhm.
This was before Marvel took a fucking massive
Shit on everything.
Yeah, and then Star Wars is.
Ah,
It's actually
goddamn it.
sad to see.
Star
what
Wars
Star Wars.
sucks.
It's fucking
It's for kids.
horrible.
It's for kids. It's for kids, man. It's for
No,
kids.
but it's not like, I mean, it was always for kids, but the problem is that it's just bad now. Where the stories have so many plot holes, and it's like even kids don't like it. it's just old cunts like us that they won't let it go, keep watching, and go. No,
I don't
shit.
watch it anymore. It's just shitty. It's shitty. It's shitty cinema at this point.
Yeah, but yeah, so I used to work with him, and I used to work for him doing all this YouTube work, and he would always get people, and you would interact with the listeners, the YouTube subscribers, and they'd say,
Right.
"Oh, you should do a show. You should do a show." And I thought, oh, I don't know. I'm shy. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to start this 5 years after I finished working for him. And so I missed the huge window of potentially having hundreds of thousands of followers or whatever. But, I love the way it's. But the thing that I love about it is that people like Shuley are so willing to give fans time out of the day, even though it doesn't benefit them, as long as you keep it to like an hour.
Yes.
They'll be like, yeah, I'll do the interview, or I'll do, like, Jim Florentine's a good egg. Bob Levy will do anyone's podcast.
Hey, the Jake Hudson's. Yeah, he'll do anybody's.
Fucking hell, what the fuck?
well, I mean, dude. So like that was like around like what was he doing back then? Like Smodcast. I mean,
Yeah.
he
That
was
is
blowing
true.
up, and then I didn't know you were like a film dude. So like, what are some of your favorite films?
Oh, I like, well, the best two of all time are Goodfellas and Heat.
Those are
But I
good.
really prefer Goodfellas 2, The Secrets of the Ooze. I thought that was
Come on, that's a hack joke now. That's a hack
Yeah.
joke. Come on, man.
I like. I mean, like I kind of like. I always try to make the argument that I like Casino better than. I mean, we had Joey C on, and Joey C's uncle was the Godfather, or was Nicky, you know, from Casino. So
yeah, but I think the problem with Casino, it's what I would describe. It falls into that category of a midlife crisis film.
yeah,
Where-
I love that.
Now you get these older guys who are now doing these films where they're the tough fucking guy who gets all the
Expendables.
women and kick, yeah, and you just think it's like this is not for you anymore. Like, you're too old for this.
That's
role.
not true. I mean, look at Expendables or Clint Eastwood when he does his films. It's still an amazing, masterpiece, right? Like Expendables 1 through 3.
Clint
Expendables 4 is
Eastwood
coming out this year.
Never seen
is
any
a
of them.
overrated hack.
What about Clint Eastwood?
Hack.
Hack?
Yeah, he's got good stuff.
But you like Steven Gloomberg, where the fuck his name is?
Kick him off the show, Chow. Kick him off.
I can't, bro. It's his show, bro. No, that's the thing, bro. Like I'm
Don't
thinking
pull a
about
Kevin
it.
Brennan.
Like, well, dude, that you make a good point. Like the what's his name was talking about the best Carlos Danger, Insufferable Bastards on Twitter was talking about his favorite collab movies, and I brought up Magnolia, that movie with Paul
Ooh.
Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite, but that's like a midlife crisis movie too. Like the whole movie is about like all these like intertwined stories of like midlife crises, basically like young people, middle age, and old people like going through all this craziness, you know.
Yeah, but that fucking Carlos has an agenda against Tom Cruise, and I'm
yeah.
like what? I think Tom Cruise is the greatest of all time.
He was great in The
might be.
Firm. He was great in The Firm. I love that
Brilliant
movie.
film, yeah.
Firm is great, yeah.
Gene
Yeah, and then
Hackman.
Collateral, fucking amazing.
Awesome with the gray hair.
The Edge of Tomorrow, Last Samurai, fucking I can't believe I'm going blank here.
Yeah, no
the-
doubt, bro.
yeah,
I mean, there's so many good ones.
I mean,
bro.
what was your take on that one film? I just watched this recently since I was a teenager. It's called Clear and Present Danger with Harrison Ford and Sean Bean. They portray as someone of the IRA, right? Did you like that film at all? The representation of the Irish community in that?
Yeah, well, I need to rewatch. You know the best one to watch? It's a Harrison Ford film.
The Fugitive?
called the Devil's Own,
I've never seen that one.
where Brad Pitt's supposed to be a IRA member on the run, and he's supposed to be from here. And his accent is ridiculous. Where he's like, "Good morning, how are you today?" And it's like, no, you didn't do your research. Should have cast somebody else.
What was that one film that where they were Irish in Boston? They're bank robbers, and it had that one guy who played Batman. What's his name? Shit, it came out like mid 2000s. Ben
Is that
Affleck.
Bronson?
Ben Affleck.
Ben
Do you ever
Affleck.
watch that one? When he's an Irish. He's an Irish.
Oh, The Town.
Yeah, or some shit like that. Yeah, they're Irish boys in Boston and whatnot. His accent's insanely fucking horrible. It's hilarious to watch.
I got a question for you about Ben Affleck.
Sure, man. Throw it.
But what do you think he's eaten more in the last couple of years?
Jennifer Lopez's
Pizza
pussy.
or Jennifer Lopez's arsehole?
I would say the asshole, man.
Yeah, because that's the thing that's got to be so dead difficult for her to meet a new guy, because that's all they want to do the entire time. They're like, oh yeah, you like cats and music. You're like, can I just eat your fucking ass like right now? It's like, just hurry up and let me do
Don't
it.
tell Bob Levy that.
Why? Why?
It's just a throwaway joke. Well, I was going to ask you. So you started podcasting. You started getting some viewership, correct? You know, doing you're doing your clips and everything like that. You had some connections that you said you squandered, right, in the beginning.
Yeah.
Do you ever have regrets about that at all? I mean, or are you glad where your career's gone with podcasting?
I mean, I'm very happy the way it is at the minute, but there was a real struggle for years because
Really?
basically it took forever to get any type of following,
Right.
and it would drive you mad. Where sometimes because I wanted it to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
So you would put out a video and it would get like 8 views and you'd be like, no, fuck's sake, this is.
What's the point?
Yeah, but I wasn't going to stop.
Right, it's your
like-
passion.
Yeah, it's like if you go to the gym, you're not going to get good shoulders in 2 weeks. You gotta,
It's gonna take months of training.
yeah, you got to keep at it every day. And that was the thing with that. But I do regret that I didn't start it back when I was working for Kevin Smith, because I would have got a shitload of publicity.
So what rose you from that depth of depression that your show wasn't doing good and you wanted to stop? What actually pushed you over the edge to make you want to continue doing it? You know what I'm saying? Well, what inspired you to just keep going even though it was shit at that point?
Well, the genuine story is
Yeah.
the truth is Stuttering John helped me.
Really?
Yeah, because I had a really bad back injury.
Okay.
And I'd messaged him on Twitter saying if he'd do an interview. And on this day, he said yes. But he said, listen, we need to do it right now because I'm going traveling, so I'll be gone for 3 weeks. and he said yes. So but I just taken these new painkillers, and I was all fucked up, and they kicked in as the interview was happening, and
Oh,
it turned
fuck.
into a complete disaster. And I was like hallucinating, and the screen was moving, and so I had to cut it short. So I was such a mess that Stuttering John thought that it was a problem, and apparently he started sending it to guys like Jackie Martlin and Jim Florentine, saying like, "Look at this fucking loser, he's out of his fucking mind." And
Right.
so that then helped me get other interviews going forward, and then I started thinking of clickbait mostly for these topics, and then it's clickbaited all the way to the middle.
Oh
That's
shit.
it.
Okay. So you took advantage of Stuttering John trying to, put you down, and you rose to the top from it, basically.
Yeah.
What do you make of all this Stuttering John stuff lately? Because I knew nothing about him like going back 6 months, and now like, dude, I think he's pretty fucking entertaining when he streams. I mean, he might be like a goober or knucklehead, but yeah.
But there's no need to swear like that. I'll leave if you use that language again. No,
That's right. Not
I
pro-Irish.
Yeah, I really don't like Stuttering John at all.
Really?
I think that the joke is done. It's like me doing the Secrets of the Ooze tagline. It's played out. And the thing with Stuttering John is there's a real dark side to him that he keeps skating away on. Where like that whole thing with what's the lady that went to go visit him? Eliza Jordan, is that her name?
Wait, that's a real
Elisa
thing? That's a real
Jordana.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Elisa Jordana.
So that's a real
Uh,
thing? What happened with that?
Yeah, well, don't you find it weird that she goes to visit him in a bar where he's insisting that the cameras aren't on, and now a few days later she had to be rushed to hospital for fucking dehydration. It's almost as if, and I'm just saying, something was in her drink that made her all fucked up. So
Yeah.
So you're
part
saying
of
he
me-
Never
date-
put two and
date
two
drugged
together
her?
like that, but yeah, that makes sense.
and he was all pissed off that she'd brought somebody else with her, and that the camera was running, so he didn't. So it was almost like, I don't want any evidence. And he had all this shit set up in his house, like spare beds, and he had a plan of where she was going to sleep and all this stuff. Like, he's a fucking piece of shit. And
He's a desperate old man. He wants pussy. Come on.
Yeah, but you don't have to drug them to
You
do
don't-
it. And I hope to fuck that this audio of him making fun of trans people comes out very soon. Like,
That's right. Isn't
I'll
his daughter
pay.
trans? Right. I heard that. I heard from Anthony Cumia and Gavin McInnes. He basically ruined her childhood and whatnot, and kind of pushed her to the edge of being a transgender to some extent.
Well, this is Stuttering John's one of these guys that I could understand his ego when he worked for Howard Stern, because back then Howard Stern was bigger than any TV show.
Right.
And then when Stern was on the not on the downfall, but it was slowly going down, John then got a job at Jay Leno, which was the biggest, even though I
That's
never liked
huge.
Jay Leno, but he was the biggest talk show ever.
Right.
And so I could understand his ego then. But now he's a fucking guy who's begging for money online. He does temporary substitute teacher work for income. So why the fuck does he think he's better than everybody else?
Well, I also hear that he was always talking about the past and other people, but when they bring up the past about him, he's like, "Oh, that's in the past. We don't want to talk about that."
Yeah.
You know?
Well, well, people say stuff when they're drunk, when they say things. But he's a fucking hypocrite, and I think that it's actually having a negative effect on
His
these
mental state?
podcasts, because I'm
Yeah.
fucking bored of the fucking Stuttering John stuff. I just want him to fuck off, and I don't know why Carl wants to keep recording with him.
I mean, what do you want though from these shows like Kevin Brennan, Shuli Network, and WATP? What's the next step after that? With their little small beefs, they don't have
I
anything.
mean, I think like Brennan is like becoming like a Stuttering John type dude. Like,
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
true. There's
so
aren't
I
they starting to live
think,
stream
like,
them?
to me, like I don't know all the history, but there's so many people who love Howard Stern show and like know all this stuff about Stuttering John that like they're upset. They love it, man. So like there is still a market for it, and it's like it's to me it's
Yeah.
interesting. I started watching him, and like I did hear him like it was funny. In one of his streams, he's like, "Yeah, dude, I've been with 250 chicks," and then he like he adjusted it like 10 minutes later after like another beer to like 300 chicks he's been with. Like it was like, okay, dude.
Yeah. But the thing, anybody who fucks a lot of women doesn't keep count.
No.
Like I remember when you were younger and when you first started having sex and you're like, I fucked 10 women.
He had a
You
little
did,
notebook you wrote it down in.
Yeah. But then when you're younger and you start getting a lot of women,
Lot
you
of
don't be like,
pussy,
you know,
yeah.
like there's 17, there's 28, there's 50. Well, you probably do celebrate around 50. But you know, so that when somebody can tell you how many women they've fucked, that means that they haven't fucked many women.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I know the chat always, like, complains about me. And yeah, I've just only been with one chick ever. So,
Fuck.
my wife. So, yeah.
And what's his name? Hilarious.
go.
I roasted you.
You did, man. It's hurtful. But no. That's the thing. Like, I think it's very interesting to watch his whole thing. But that I didn't think about that with that chick. And that chick's like, I've seen a couple of her things. It's kind of interesting what she's doing, but I would never shoot my shot with Elisa Jordana.
Why
I'll
not?
just say that. Well, I mean, like she's like pointed out, like she doesn't like hooking up with dudes and all that type of stuff. So, what's the point?
Yeah. but when the thing is when you hear that the live stream of him when they met up, like that's the type of shit that you're gonna hear about in like a Netflix documentary in about 5 years, where he's like, turn the camera off, and then when he thinks the camera's off, he starts.
You're
going
actually
to
still
her.
filming like a Borat thing.
Yeah, and he goes to her because you know what, I can't believe that you wouldn't even give me like a little peck. And you think you're a fucking creep, a peck. Who even says that? And why? He doesn't understand that he's aged over time. And even if women were into him back in the 90s, it's 2023. He has long grey hair. He's in terrible shape.
Some women love that.
He's green. And for some reason, he's got this thing where he's grown in this beard thing. But he forgets you're supposed to actually trim the beard. He's just letting this part grow and grow and grow.
He's a lumberjack. He's a successful older gentleman, and a lot of women would be thankful to be in their presence. You know, to be around him. He's got
He's a
money.
lumber hack.
he has money. He must still have some type of money, right? And there's a notoriety that goes with fucking Stuttering John.
If you're, well, that's another thing that drives me mad is that he went on. I think it was Cardiff Electric's stream.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So when he goes on these shows, he'll go, "Are you going to send me some money?" It's like
Yeah.
so he invites himself on the show to then ask for money so that he's there, and it's like, what do you add?
Well, I got real quick. What's your take on Cardiff? I mean, he's a potato, so you must have some connection to him. But besides that, you know,
Cultural appropriation, and I will sue him.
is that
Yeah,
it?
he's
Okay.
he's definitely fucking stealing your vibe over there.
Yeah. No, I think Cardiff's funny as fuck, and I'm actually trying to get his help with. I'm potentially going to try to do a couple of live streams one of these days
Yes.
because I've never really used StreamYard before, but yeah, so I may do that, but with no, I like Cardiff, but I will say this:
Yes.
he's on way too many shows.
You think so?
I
Like
agree.
it is he is on every fucking show.
What's your take on Chad Zumach? You like him a lot or no?
I think Chad is a very misunderstood
Creature.
person. I think his problem though is that he makes the huge mistake of he's a comedian and he reacts with anger instead of reacting with some type
Comedy.
of roast comeback. Because like, oh Chad, you suck. I'll fucking kill you. It's like, "Dog."
Yeah. No, I agree with on Z-Man with that. Like
He's a little too erection. What's the word I'm looking for? I forgot the word.
reactionary to
Yeah,
it all.
reactionary.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I love what he's doing, and I think he could. I don't know. I don't like. We had him on a couple weeks ago. I think you might have seen it, Hughezy.
Yeah, with Ski Mask. That was
Yeah, and I
Well,
tried
that
to
was a
call him
shit
out a
show.
little bit because I mean, like he shined on that, and he was super entertaining. I tried to call him out, like, well, what do you do all day? He's like, well, I can't tell you. It's like,
Or his buddies that he streams with, they were a failed radio head, and then some other guy that works at forgot what it was Disney. I forgot what he worked at. The other
Tony
guy.
Mazer and Tyler,
Yeah,
all those guys. Yeah, but
a
no,
lot
I
of
mean,
a lot of hypocriticalism going on over there. Honestly,
Yeah. But I think that the problem with people like Chad and Kevin Brennan is that when they fall out with someone, like when they argue with Levy, they're so quick to insult Levy's wife and then talk about his stepdaughter, and it's like, why? Like I think it's because they all know that Levy's wife is an unbelievable catch, and
Yeah.
then it annoys him the fact that their stepdaughter is apparently really financially successful because of her OnlyFans, and it's like, can you blame her? Like if OnlyFans was around when I was in my 20s, I'd 100% have a fucking OnlyFans.
you'd be huge, bro.
No, I used to
I
be.
mean, you are
Hughezy.
huge. Like you're gifted, below the waist, but you'd be huge in OnlyFans too, bro.
Yeah, no, because I used to be really in shape, and it used to take me like 15 minutes to get all the veins popping. And then, and then as soon as you turn 29, your back just goes, and your fucking metabolism slows down.
yeah.
And I'm never going to stop the drinking, of course, we mentioned.
Yeah.
So,
Of course.
it's fucking frustrating, but yeah, another window missed. Could have sent pictures of my dick to
God, yeah.
gay people and hers.
Exactly. There you go, Mike. Well, I want to ask you one more question, sir, because I wrap it up here soon. I got an appointment to catch with some shit. But so your position on the Dabbleverse and all these areas is you don't like Kevin Brennan, correct? Because he's kind of an asshole. I heard he would backstage you a lot, correct? Whenever you would do his show.
Yeah, because I kept because of the fact that I would make fun of him, and he wants to be agreed with.
I mean,
I'm
that's
I'm
not good
totally
for a show.
a tough guy
sometimes, though.
rebel.
You are a tough guy. You're Irish, man. You're not.
Yeah.
You're. I'm not gonna say. Never mind. I was gonna say something really bad. I don't want to say. But what is your take on the Tukey thing? Do you like that puppet shit or anything like that, or do you think that's kind of hackery at this point? It's not like Sesame Street, you know.
I do like Turkey.
Oh, okay. So you do like
But
the Sesame Street vibes.
I would say that because I'm a fan, but I think that he should keep it to the Tukey soup thing.
Yeah.
Because if
Okay.
you now overexpose it, you're going to take away the how funny it actually is. Like this fucking bigoted puppet. Like it is a funny idea, but
Right.
a little bit of it's like everybody loves pizza, but you have it too often, you get sick of it.
Yes, of course.
I
Especially
think
if you
so
have
too. I
AIDS.
agree. Like in small amounts, like because it's like such a. I mean, even for
Acquired
him, I
taste.
would assume it's like taxing on his voice and the whole
Yeah.
act and everything, like doing the whole thing. But it's like in small amounts, it's good, but it is very intense. So, yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's a hard character
dude, keep
to
doing
portray.
Tukey, but do it in.
Smaller doses, small
Yeah.
increments.
Don't be on every stream like Cardiff.
Yeah, because it's not like El Horrible, because obviously him and Tukey are two different people.
Right.
It's not like he doesn't have a following now, so he doesn't need to keep promoting Tukey.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows who Tukey is, I should say.
What's your take on your European brother in Drunk on Cringe? Do you know who that is?
I think he's got the greatest thumbnails in the world, but I don't understand why he went after Shuli like that. Like, I mean, obviously, say whatever your opinion is, but
Right.
he really made a big deal out of nothing. And I think, and as much as I like him, I think Shuli kind of owned him. And
Okay.
and I think he's reacted badly to being owned, if that makes sense.
I mean, do you don't think he reacted badly to when Melton owned him?
I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see that one? I think. Okay. I mean, I like him. I think he's kind of just throwing shit at the wall and hoping something sticks at this point, though. I don't know. It just seems a little forced at this point with the Shuli shit. I don't think it's genuine hate at that point, or
Yeah,
or
because all these people that go after Shoeless, like you gotta remember that the guy used to work on a show where they're pretty much trained to deal with critics at all times. So he's Shoeless kind of got an experience and a background of being able to handle hecklers and fucking
Right.
people on the phone. So you're probably not gonna win the war of words with him. And that's why I think Drunk on Cringe. It's a shame because he was developing a nice following there, and now
yeah, he's on Ray DeVito's podcast a lot. He's got his milk, his beers. He's a good character.
Well, I mean, I always thought like I didn't have a lot to good or bad to say about Shuli ever, but until we went on his show, and not because we went on his show, until we went on his show, and I realized like what the purpose of the three people on the show were, and I saw what the producers were doing in the private chat in the background. Now I realize like the brilliance of like what they're doing with the show, because it's like you can do a one man show like Melton and it's amazing, and but they have a setup in a certain way. Like certain people are attentive to the chat, certain people are attentive to like keeping the show going in a certain direction. And once I saw the back workings of it, I had to give them like props and credit for that.
Yeah, because I think I noticed, because I remember when Shuli left Hard Stern and he started up his YouTube show, he really struggled with that for a long time to find any kind of audience. And as soon as it did start picking up numbers, it's now gone from a guy struggling to get a couple of hundred views to now he's employing multiple people. Mm-hmm. So like it's all going in the right direction, and I don't know why people are fucking would have a problem with them at all.
No, I love the Shuli Network. It's entertaining, they keep it a little fresh and whatnot. So it's good to see. But Hughezy, I gotta go, sir. It was honestly an honor having you on, mate. It was amazing to have you on. You're honestly an amazing individual. You're an amazing guest. Thank you so much. Go Ireland. Even though UK is probably the best country there ever will be. I'm glad we conquered you and took you over.
Well,
Thank you for being such a great constituent.
It's like Africa is not a country. And especially if you ask someone that works for Compound Media.
That's Brendan Schwab.
That's Brendan Schwab.
John Africa.
Hughezy, is there anything you want to plug, sir, at all before we end this?
The YouTube channel is Hughezy Entertainment on YouTube. I should have changed the name of it years ago, but it's too late now. I don't upload often, but when I do, just leave comments and drop likes. Just spam everything. And I'm... specifically follow me on Instagram at the Hughezy, because I cannot get any fucking followers on there, and I need more, simply because it's easier to make contacts for potential guests. So follow me. You don't have to like anything, but just make it seem like I'm a bigger deal than what I like to think that I actually am.
I got several Instagram accounts with a couple 100,000, so I can give you one if you want to like rebrand.
Just tell all those pieces of shit to get over to the H man.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Well, yeah, I'll jump right on that. So
it was an honor meeting you,
appreciate
sir.
it.
No problem. And I've got a piss so badly that I think I'm getting a piss boner, to be honest.
There you go, man. All right. You have a lovely day,
you,
sir.
Bro.
No
Feel
problem.
free to bounce.
Peace out,
See you
guys.
later.
Thanks.
See you, boys.
Thanks, Mir.
Yes, sir.